What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for finally another episode of Our Kind of People. This is season 1, episode 6, Four Colored Boys. Okay, now let me ask. Okay, so is this the name of the episode, or is it what the print comes up after the you know credits, okay, the intro, because it gives us two different things. But anyway, moving on from that, I'm just glad the show is back because I was missing it for the past couple of weeks. So we pick up what we left off at. The last time we seen oh, Cynthia like my stuff, that's cute. Okay, the last time that we seen some stuff, Teddy had passed the freak out. Well, did he really pass out, or he had a little episode because he basically overdosed on them experimental drugs for his little Parkinson, okay? And then when he was down there on that floor, he saw them feet, and them feet belonged to who? Tariq and Angie, okay? They was all up in his office when he got his journals or whatever. Angie made sure to let us know that, she let the auntie know that she got the journals from 1983 to 84, okay? Or did she say that to her or to Tariq? But no, she told it to the auntie. But as we get to it, we see Teddy, okay, and he's okay. You know what I'm saying? But he's talking to the guy, his doctor who gave him the drugs, and going back and forth with him. Basically, the doctor was telling him, "Listen, you gonna have to do what I tell you to do, or else I'm gonna have to stop being your doctor." He said, "Well, if you gonna do that, then you gonna might as well miss your endowment, okay?" Of course, money speaks, so he's gonna just be quiet and let Teddy do what he gotta do. Tariq come up in there, and basically Teddy calls him out on the fact that, listen, when I was laying on that floor, I heard you and Angie coming out in my office, okay? Now, he don't know what was being done up in there, but in his mind, I guess, I don't know if he's playing, okay? This is what I was thinking, like, because you heard them talking. So, I don't know if he's playing it off that he don't know that they was in there snooping around, or if they was in there, like, trying to get a moment in with each other, because now he realizes that they're together, and he calls them out, and he was like, "So, this is why you took the cameras down." He said, "I ain't feel comfortable doing that," all right? And basically, he was like, "I gotta gain her trust, okay? This is all I do to gain people trust," and all this other stuff. Next thing you know, Tariq's father come up in there. Once again, we're talking about the fact that the father was a good guy, okay? So we're gaining more about, or I should say, learning more about Tariq's character because of his father. He's almost like his daddy. Tariq has a good heart. His daddy has a good heart too. But Teddy has sent him down there to Egerton, okay? Eggertown. Is that what it was? Egerton or Eggertown? Girl, Egger. Okay, we're gonna call it Eggertown because I'm pretty sure it's Eggertown. Either way, to collect rent, and somebody that was out of their mind, like on some stuff, shot him. That's what he was told. Okay, and then we get onto this whole thing about trust and gaining it, and Teddy is looking at it like, okay, well, since you with my daughter right now. All right, so I can gain her trust through you. And he said, "No, this ain't the way that you got to do it, all right?" He said, "Yeah, this is the way I'm going to do it. I'm going to give her and Nikki the biggest continual week that they ever wanted, okay?" I said, first of all, no, this ain't how we do it, Teddy, okay? But at the same time, speaking of cotillion, we get Miss Alex. Remember Raymond's ex-wife, Shelby, okay, from The Best Man? Girl, she up there with the Gracies and the girls and all that stuff, and they kikiing and everything. I didn't know she was like a financial reporter. I knew that she looked up stuff or whatever. She could do the financial investigation and all that stuff. That's why Raymond called her in there to dig deep into Teddy's financials to take him down. But she like a little celebrity in her own way. So the girls just gathered around her and she kikiing with them or whatever. Leah see her like, "Oh bitch, what you doing down here?" Okay. So they trading bars back and forth, and next thing you know, Leah was like, "I mean, if everybody didn't know, this is my ex-husband. This is my husband ex-wife. Y'all didn't quite make it to even 12 months, did y'all?" I said, "Ooh." Let the claws come out, all right? But at this point, I just knew it was going to be ex-wife versus wife at this point, because Alex, she just looks like the type that don't come to play, all right? And she looked like a messy bitch, and I kind of like it. Somebody got to go up against Leah, okay? I mean, Angie, she trying a little bit, but that's not her goal. But see, Alex in this part, she want to go there, all right? Because as we going to see, she got a reason to want to go there, but truth be told, it's not really She taking it out on her, but it shouldn't be. But she really not trying to. But since Leah giving her that flavor, she gonna give it back to her, and therefore I understand it. Okay, Leah be putting her anger out on everybody else. All right, instead of the actual person that deserves it. You know. And this goes to show, this whole episode shows how many family secrets is going on in this goddamn house. Like, goddamn, both sides of the family is just messed up. Okay, it's you found one secret and another one pop up. Meanwhile, you got Angela. She was sitting there, so she tries to interject and tone it down or whatever and step in by offering a little discount code or whatever, you know, if you want to go get your makeup done for the Grace of These or for the cotillion or whatever, come down there to Eden Cove and, you know, get your makeup done or whatever, 20% off. And then she whispered something to Leah, like, you know, trying to make it seem like I got your back or whatever. Leah was like, that's cool or whatever, but I can clean up my own house. I said, excuse me. Now, Leah, I know you weren't really trying to come off like that, but you came off like that, and I ain't like it, okay? Angie kind of stepped back. She ain't take offense to it, but I did. Bitch, she was trying to be a sister, okay? She was trying to be little sister to you and stand up for her big sister, okay? And you just kind of shut her down a little bit. Angie said, oh, okay, bitch, you got this, you know? And I said, now, when she needs you, when you need her, the bitch ain't gonna, don't be surprised if she ain't gonna come to your aid, okay? Because she trying. Are you? But then again, we do see her at a particular scene where, you know, they at the Eden's Cove or whatever, and Leah is there. Leah is there getting her hair done by Angela, getting some little clip-ins, as she said, and they just having this, and this is what I keep going back to. Leah has no real reason to dislike Angela, okay? Because Angela, technically speaking, is the innocent child or the innocent product of this whole relationship between her mama and Angela's mama. She didn't have nothing to do with this. So if you want to be, or I say daddy and mom, if she want to be pissed off at your daddy, okay? Truth be told, if you wasn't so fame hungry, so power hungry, not necessarily fame hungry, let me strike that. Power hungry, control hungry, I'm going to say just a little bit of money hungry, but it really hasn't come up. Do you think that she cared that she got to split her stuff? But I don't feel like she going to be splitting any money with Angie anyway. So that's not the issue. It's more so about control and power, right? If she wasn't so much about that and trying to gain her daddy's approval so goddamn much, she would have teamed up with Angie and would have been like, girl, let's get him. Okay, let's get him. I know how to hit him where it hurts, okay? But now she gonna be on daddy's side, all right? And daddy keep on proving her, failing her each and every time, making her look stupid. I mean, just dumb, okay? Meanwhile, you got Nikki. She going over there kicking it with Taylor on the beach. Let me just tell you this. Taylor, you giving us lesbians a bad name, okay? A bad name, all right? And I just don't appreciate it. And you young, okay? I get it. Child, let me tell you something. No, I'm not going to do that. But listen, stop it. And this is how messy she is. Mama literally went from one cousin to the next in a breath. She breathed in Lauren and breathed out Nikki. I said, what the fuck? Now listen, play on, but not in the family like that, okay? And everything was so supposed to be so cool. Meanwhile, Lauren ass up in the bed just depressed as shit, okay? You know, they posting pictures on the gram talking about some couples and all this, and I'm just sitting here like, them little childish ass pecs and stuff. I said I forget these kids is just kids. They like 17 years old or whatever, but still, we kids, okay? Not no. I said, what's that? What is that? I said, y'all trying to keep it PG. Y'all trying to keep it PG. I ain't even going to say 13 at that part. I said, girl, peck me off. Knock your ass out. Your mama peck you on the cheek. No, your grandma peck you on the cheek, okay? That's your boo. You for a lip kiss. Mwah. You know what I'm saying? But I guess they kids or whatever. I mean, but teenagers be out here doing a hell of a lot of shit. I'm just saying, okay? She gives her the little sash. They said that the girls, you know, they saw what Lauren did to her and they wasn't here for it, so they voted for her to wear the sash that said Miss Congenial, okay? And, you know, she feels some type of way because, you know, she has to give this father-daughter speech or whatever, and she ain't got no daddy, okay? So, you know, Nikki was there for her on that part, but also, speaking of you ain't got no daddy, Teddy gonna go up there talking to Angie, come up to her shop and basically was like, so I'm gonna be walking Nikki down there and I'm gonna be her daddy escort, okay, at the cotillion. I was like, all right. I mean, that's the least you can do, you know. If you can't develop a relationship with Angie, that don't mean that you can't develop a relationship with Nikki. It's still time with that, okay. Granddaddy, you ain't, technically speaking, you really ain't got that much time because your Parkinson is acting a fool, okay. Like that thing is on somebody else's clock and it ain't yours, okay. It got a mind of its own. And you know, she was like, I mean, that's cool or whatever. And he was like, I want to do something for you. She said, listen, your material stuff is not going to gain my trust, okay? That's not going to win me over. He was like, it ain't no material. It's a gesture, okay? Listen, I got a letter from your baby daddy. Who? Nate Robinson. I said, what? Baby, ain't it a basketball player named Nate Robinson? The little short dude. Girl, the one that got beat up. I said, you let that white man, that white fool, okay? I don't like him. I don't like him. And he let him beat his ass up. I said, boy, was it him or was he fighting somebody else? Girl, either way, he got his ass knocked out in that little exhibition fight. Okay, anyway, moving on from that. Girl, they got Nate finna get out of jail. He said he basically wrote him a letter to help him. And he was like, I'll look at his case and do the innocent project or whatever, you know, to help him get out of jail. She was like, wait a minute. I mean, that's cute and all, but just give me a minute to decide, okay? Because I need to understand what's really truly going on. Mama don't want to say nothing and she don't want to be like, oh, go ahead and get him out because you know, my baby need her daddy or whatever, because she ain't told Nikki about the man. Basically, Nikki don't know who her daddy is, and Nikki out here thinking that the daddy dead or something, okay? And I said, see, this is why you can't keep lying to your kids. I don't care what issue you got with your baby daddy, your baby mama. I don't care if they're a crackhead or whatever. You tell the kids, this is what it is, okay? But that nigga a crackhead, okay? And that's the reason why I don't really want you around. At least tell them that they do exist. But tell them, bitch, you can't be in their company because they on this mess or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't keep them from them like that. At least tell them that they're out there. Somebody gonna be like, girl, you ain't got kids, so you be quiet. I don't give a fuck, okay? I'm just saying. But at this point, like I said, little Lauren, she was laying up in the bed just being all sad or whatever, looking at the pictures on Instagram. I said, girl, it's over. It is over. And if I didn't realize that it was over, but then again, us lesbians, okay, like I always tell you, the ex is always in the corner. It's just put on hold for a second. I'm just, bitch, I don't know. But then again, what happened in the episode, Taylor barely mentioned and didn't even look at Lauren that whole time, okay? Did y'all notice that when they went to the actual cotillion, Nikki was all up in, not Nikki, but Lauren was all up in Nikki's face. I mean, not Nikki, get these names right. Lauren was all up in Taylor's face. Taylor wasn't even looking in her direction. I said, damn. Now, see, that would have hurt my heart. That would have hurt my heart because you didn't even give us a chance to, like, be broken up for a whole week or whatever to decide to calm down and to see if we wanted to get back together, because that happens too. You know, it'd be abrupt breakup and then we just calm down and then we get back together. That's what it is. Girl, nah, you'd have moved on to the next fish in the sea. I said, girl, what? This is how we gonna do it. I said, lesbians. Moving on from that, Tariq and Angela walking down on the beach, and you know, she telling him about reading the journals, right? And she said, I ain't seen nothing up in there about my mama. I ain't seen nothing in there about Teddy or anything. All I saw something in there about your dad. I don't understand what that's about, but your dad is up in there. So of course that piqued his interest, like, what is that about? But then, you know, she tells him about the whole situation with Teddy taking, might be helping get Nate released. And her whole thing is, it's like, it feels like a disadvantage, or like it's too good to be true. It's too soon, and then it's like you throwing money at the situation, you throwing power at the situation, and he can get out just like that when it's a whole bunch of other black people that's up in jail that's been in there for years and they can't do that. I said, I get where you coming from, but in this situation, take the win, okay? That's basically what Tariq was saying. Take the win at this point. If not for you, do it for Nikki. Freak you, okay? Because you don't want him, right? You don't want him, right? Okay, so you say. Basically, because when Leah came up in Teddy's office, She was trying to understand what the hell is going on. Teddy told her about Tariq and Angie, okay? And then told her about the cotillion and told her about Nate. And it was like, basically what I'm doing is I'm going ahead and let him out so that it can cause some friction between Nate and Angie and Tariq, okay? Baby, these people are messy. I said all of this just to get her for what? What did Angie do? Okay, so she finna uncover a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on with y'all. I said this is crazy, all right. But I said ain't nobody on the up and up in this show. Ain't nobody on the up and up on this show. Meanwhile, you got Alex meeting up with Raymond, and they trying to figure out. Well, I told you to come here. No, I told you to help me out. But why the hell is you here? Okay, she said you wanted me to help you get some stuff on Teddy. How was the easiest way to try to look into him was to actually come to where he's at. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I said, see, Raymond, you got to be careful what you wish for and careful who you ask. Okay, because they gonna take that shit literal. It is never good. It is never good to call in an ex when things didn't end the way that you needed it to end, okay? Meanwhile, you got Daddy Franklin. He up there doing the little dance and practicing with Nikki. You know, they having a good time. And, you know, of course, she's happy about the fact that he's going to be escorting her and all this stuff. And woo, woo, woo. And he was like, if there's anything that you need, just let me know, whatever. So she has to give the speech for the father-daughter, you know, from the daughter to the father, the daughter-father speech, whatever it's called. And she don't have experience with a father because she didn't grow up with one. So she was like, I don't know what to say, you know. And so he started talking about this coin that he had. It's an antique coin from his great-grandfather who stood next to Frederick Douglass. And that just reminds me that I'm from a lineage of brilliant orators, okay? And I was like, oh, that's cute or whatever. I wish I had some antique stuff. Girl, speaking of antique and great-granddaddies and stuff, I did get 2 notifications that somebody else is my cousin on Ancestry.com. A third/fourth cousin and a second cousin. And I got a first cousin, too. I said, bitch, a first cousin? Now, who the hell is you? I thought I knew all my first cousins. What's that? Somebody had a baby I didn't know about? Huh. Okay. Moving on from that, you got Lauren. She runs into Nikki as they was coming out, and you know she was like, "Listen, girl, I just want to say I apologize for everything that I did to you at the cotillion, but you know, it was bad taste, okay? Uh, she was like, girl, I apologize too about Nikki, about Taylor and everything. You know, I just didn't know, and I didn't expect things to go that way. And she was like, it's cool. She picked who she wanted to pick, and you know, it's all my doing because she gave me chance after chance. Like she was just over me. So she know that she messed up. She know that she was doing some stuff. And at one point, you know, they apologized and they threw a little shot at each other. It was cute, but it was like on a, you know, I hope you have a good night. I hope you have a good cotillion. And it was nice for the most part. And with these people, I hate the fact that you can't tell whether or not they are actually being genuine. The Franklin DuPonts, if they're actually being genuine with Nikki and them, or if they're just saying that to make it seem like that. But then Lauren goes ahead and because she can't be in the cotillion at this point, her mama said you got to get a job. Okay, I said, girl, you really came out for a girl to the world, and then you lost her literally the same day you came out because you couldn't stop being a bitch. Girl, that is your fault. That is your fault. But she was like, listen, she want to do something for the less fortunate, you know, girls who need some stuff professionally after seeing the way that Nikki, you know, her background or whatever. And see, at this point, I was like, are you really doing this genuinely or is it just a ploy or something? She makes up this thing called Lauren Closet where she's donating her clothes or whatever, you know, to people that need it for a professional reason or whatever. I said, that's cute, but all right. Meanwhile, when Leah was over there talking to what's her name? Angie, when she was getting her hair done or whatever, she found out, you know, about the whole situation that with Nate. And then Angie was like, please don't say nothing, okay? Because, you know, Nikki don't know. She was talking to Leah. She was like, Nikki don't know about it. And I just feel like, and at this moment, I felt as though they should stop. They, especially Leah, she should have backed off of Angie if it was any type of plot or whatever to take her down, because she genuinely was saying she don't trust Franklin at all. She don't trust Teddy at all. It's a little bit too soon for him to be trying to do what he's doing, and it's like he's trying to win her over with these gestures and stuff, and she just don't trust him. It was like it's me against the world or something like that, and Leah was looking like, wait a minute, what, that's what he said to you? And I said, uh-oh, here come the jealousy. Here come the jealousy. Because all of the attention that Angie is getting from Franklin, or I should say from Teddy, Leah ain't get before. And she been working her hardest to get his attention like that, to genuinely get his attention, okay? But yet she can't get a compliment without showing and showing proof of the accomplishments that she's done. But then here comes Angie, and she don't even care if it's a scheme or whatever that he's doing, if it's fake or whatever. She's just in her feeling at the fact that he's actually saying some stuff to her like that. The stuff that she wish she could have heard, you know? And so we move on from that. Nate then called, okay? Nate then called, I think, Teddy. I said, Nate, this not what we gonna do. It's not what we gonna do. Meanwhile, we see Alex in there in the spa. Somebody putting rocks on her back. She said, not too hot. And they threw that last rock on her back. She was like, oh my God, what? Girl, it was the grandma, okay? The grandma said, bitch, what are you doing here? All right, what are you doing here? I told you not to come back, okay? Listen, ain't nobody got time for this. You don't want to everybody to know that your son married his rebound or whatever. I said, wait a minute, what? What? Girl, the grandma said, I told you to get your ass up out of here. She said, listen, I ain't scared of you. I ain't scared of you. She was like, well, you gonna get your ass up out of here. She was like, I don't want you to be scared, but I just want you to know you better leave. That's what you better do. And also, this motherfucker got a shower up in here. I need you to go up in there and take it because it smells a little fishy. I said, no, you didn't say that lady smell like fish. You said she got a funky puss. I said, old people are something else. Okay? Something else. Don't fuck with a bitch with a great salt and pepper hair, okay? Do not, because they will cut you down where you stand. They don't have no filter. Anyway, it's time for the cotillion. And the family and everybody is gathering. And before the whole thing gets started, you know, you got the auntie there, you got Angie, you got everybody. Franklin, or I should say Teddy, looking at the auntie like, what you doing here? You might as well leave, because I'm pretty sure it's some people that worked here back then where you were that know some things about you and they still work here. I said, now listen, the auntie left. She made up an excuse or whatever to leave because that kind of shook her. And I'm sitting here like, so what did she do? Can we get to that? Because y'all left us hanging about her supposedly killing somebody and he burying the body or whatever. So what exactly did she do while she was on the ground? We know that her sister was there messing around with him. So what was she down there doing? Okay, that all the staff would know. And that she would be run up out of there like that. I said, what is happening? That dress that she had on was sharp too. I said, all right, Debbie Morgan. Meanwhile, Leah and Alex had another, talk with each other. Baby, in this talk, I don't even remember all that was said, but all I do know is Alex let it slip that, it's kind of implied. It told Leah, without telling Leah, that she was the rebound, okay? She was the rebound. And I thought she was just joking and just trying to get under her skin. She said, listen, I'm the one that left him with I know he feels some type of way. Raymond feels some type of way because the way I left him with a Dear John letter. And I just left. And she was like, oh, what? So at this point, Leah had to go up there to Raymond and was like, so you really gonna lie to me this whole time? You made it seem as if you broke up with her, and now I'm coming to find out that she left you a letter she broke up with you. She left your ass. Bitch, I want that hoe out of here right the Now, okay. Meanwhile, the cotillion starts, all right, and of course Taylor comes in and she's escorting Nikki, and then I forgot that Lauren, Leah had talked to the people, the ladies of the Great Cities and of the board, and they said, okay, she can come back in. She's repented for her sins and she can come back in, okay. And so she was involved, and they jazzed it up and they kind of, made it a little bit more modern. They didn't do all the little, traditional dancing or whatever, even though the grandma was standing up there looking crazy. She was like, what is this? Meanwhile, Angie was me, okay? I don't give a fuck. That is my child, okay? My child, and I'm finna record all the accomplishments that they do. I'm gonna be that parent whenever I have a kid, baby. If I have a kid, I'm gonna be that parent that's gonna be there like this. That's mine right there. I don't care if it's 15 people in the room, bitch. I'm standing up and I'm doing all that. If you want to look, you go over there to the side. I'm finna get this angle right here because my baby right here, okay? That's what Angie was doing. I said, I know that's right. Them ladies was sitting there looking at her like this. I said, girl, your ass, all right? Meanwhile, Alex is still there. Alex is still at the cotillion, okay? And I'm just like, girl, you just don't play, all right? Raymond looking, and that's when Leah had to take him out to the back and tell him off about that whole Alex situation. She was over. She want that bitch gone. Meanwhile, you got Teddy. He gets up there and he gives the speech, the father-daughter speech, whatever, and he made it about Angie. Okay, at first he had a little speech that he written out, but then he went off the dome, and I guess this was to show them that he actually do care about her and he is making an effort, and she looking like, what? And then Leah looking like, ain't this about a bitch? So you get up here apologizing to her and doing all this stuff or whatever. I was like, wow. Meanwhile, Tariq was outside up in his car reading a book, reading one of them diaries or whatever, and it was talking about how they found his daddy in the car with a bullet wound in his head. And the whole time that he thought and was told that his daddy was shot by somebody else while he was out collecting rent, not while he was in the car, and saying, what has Teddy done? That's what the book said. What has Teddy done? Okay? And so at this point, he got to call Angie and get her up there, whatever, like, oh my God, I need to talk to you. Please call me back. Okay? I'm trying to understand what's happening. Meanwhile, at this point, Leah gets up there. Like I said, she introduced her daddy. He gives the speech. She feeling salty. Little Nikki get up there to do her speech, and instead of giving a speech to the fathers, because like she said, it was real. She didn't grow up with that, so therefore she grew up with 3 beautiful women, strong women that raised her, and she's gonna make her speech about them. That was cute. The daddy, he came down there, did the little dance with her, and then he went over there and he danced with Leah. Leah had to tell him about himself. So you really gonna get his whole speech about this bitch, and you ain't never gonna say nothing like that about me? How much time do I got with you? Okay, I guess I'll have to wait until you go. Okay, till you pass away to get some acknowledgement. I said, girl, you got daddy issues, and your daddy right there. That is crazy, okay? Everybody got a different level of daddy issues. It just you can't look your nose down on anybody because, baby, a mess. Meanwhile, Nate is up in his cell, and he get bailed out, bitch. I said, wait a minute. And then so the Teddy tells Angie, oh yeah, Nate about to get out. And I said, excuse me? So Angie is in her feelings because, she has to go tell the baby what's going on. And that's what the auntie said. The auntie was like, you pissed off because you gotta tell her, okay, this is your doing. All right, and you need to tell her. Mind you, she got pissed off at her and threw her cake up in the garbage can, and auntie was pissed. I said, I know that's right. I can't get another slice because I ain't go to the party, okay? And you just gonna throw my shit up in the garbage can because you gotta tell your baby the truth, all right? But anyway, moving on from that, Tariq was up in the study or whatever, Daddy Franklin's quarters, and just confronted him about his dad. He said, how did my daddy die? How did my daddy die? Because the shit that you told me, that ain't true. I already know that you're lying. And he was like, okay, I'm going to tell you the truth. He was in the car because he committed suicide. He unlived himself, put a bullet to his head because he couldn't for whatever reason. And the reason why we said that somebody else did it was so that your family, your mama and you can get the insurance, because if you do take your own life, that you wouldn't get the insurance or whatever. And so while he's saying all of this, baby, he going through convulsions. I'm like, why is he breathing like that? I said to Rick, you upsetting this man, even though I don't care. But then again, I kind of do, because he look a little funny, and I don't want that to be on your hands and your conscience, that you made him this upset, he hyperventilating and shit, and he just passed the fuck out. I said, oh my God, what happened? Meanwhile, he passed out. And here comes Nate. I said, first of all, Nate looked good when he came through that door and he had them locks pulled back. I said, excuse me, sir. Listen, you weren't looking like this on Queen Sugar when I just saw you tonight, all right? I said, maybe it is the locks. I said, what is that? And then I said, hold up, let me step out of that. Now, how the fuck you get here real quick? Where the prison at? Where the prison at? He got locked. I said, wait a minute. So he was in town this whole time. It's a prison in town. Because, I mean, that motherfucker came there real quick the same day. I'm thinking they going to show up tomorrow or something. Nate showed up that night. I said, wow, who ordered you here? Okay. So they just so happened to be there to help get him to the hospital. Meanwhile, Raymond's sitting up in the car with Alex, basically telling her, listen, I love my wife and all that, but your ass got to get the hell up out of here. Okay. Alex revealed some tea about what his parents and Franklin did, okay? His mama and daddy Franklin did. Basically, because he thought that she left that letter for him and she really wanted to break up with him, but she didn't. She just wasn't the fit that his mama wanted for him. So she basically paid her to leave, made her leave, okay? So that Franklin could get his daughter in to marry him. And they empire to come together. I said, ain't this some shit? Ain't this some shit? But he was like, listen, so you really just took the money and left? She was like, I took the money, but, the only reason why she really left was because the mama had threatened to get her parents deported. I said, ain't this not a bitch? Black people threaten to get another person of color deported? I said, no, we don't do shit like that. I said, really? Really? You're acting very white. I didn't like it, okay? I didn't like it. See, black people with money, okay? Some bullshit bitches with money, it just never sit well with my spirit, because some people just change, okay? Ooh, I didn't like that. I said, that was messed up. But she never cashed the check. I said, all right. You better than me, because I would have cashed that shit. But it's all about integrity, okay? That's all that it was. She said you was not going to play with my integrity, and my integrity is stronger than that. I said, okay, girl, you do that, but I would have cashed the check because, bitch, times is hard. But anyway, he gets a call that Teddy was at the hospital, so they all get down to the hospital, including Angela, including Nikki. Mind you, Angela was about to tell Nikki what was up. That's when she got the call, okay? She get there, Nate there, and Nikki looking like, Mom, who is this guy? She was like, baby, that's your pappy. And that's how the episode ends. I said, girl, child, Teddy is hanging on by a thread. That man, I don't know. Do y'all think he gonna make it? I think he might die next episode. Y'all tell me how y'all felt, okay? And I'll see y'all later. Peace. I still got 2 more reviews to do. I'm tired. But I'm gonna push through. I'll see y'all later. Peace.